Welcome to Islamic News Hub. Another day, another story. Please like and subscribe our channel for more update. Today's top 10 Islamic world news around the world, July 13, 2023. Muslim World League Secretary General visits India. Mohammed bin Abdul Karim Al Issa, the Secretary General of the Muslim World League, is visiting India this week. He is scheduled to meet with top government officials, religious leaders, and academics. Al Issa is a leading voice for moderate Islam and has been a vocal critic of extremism. His visit to India is seen as an important opportunity to promote interfaith dialogue and understanding. Turkish singer sentenced to jail for joke about religious schools. A Turkish singer has been sentenced to 10 months in jail for making a joke about religious schools. The singer, Sezen Aksu, made the joke in a song that was released last year. The song was critical of the Turkish government's policies on education. The singer's sentence has been met with criticism from human rights groups. Afghan religious scholars criticize girls' education ban. A group of Afghan religious scholars have criticized the Taliban's ban on girls' education. The scholars said that the ban is against Islam and that it will have a negative impact on the country. The Taliban has said that it will review the ban, but it has not yet made any changes. United Arab Emirates. Authorities arrest man for making anti-Islam remarks. Authorities in the United Arab Emirates have arrested a man for making anti-Islam remarks on social media. The man, who has not been identified, was arrested on Saturday. He is facing charges of inciting hatred and promoting religious intolerance. Algeria. President calls for unity after deadly protests. Algerian President Abdelmadjid Tebboune has called for unity after deadly protests in the country. The protests were sparked by the death of a young man who was allegedly beaten by police. Tebboune has promised to investigate the death and to hold those responsible accountable. Sudan. Protesters in Sudan have demanded justice for a student who was killed by security forces during a demonstration. The student, Mohammed Ahmed Al-Faqi, was reportedly shot in the head during a protest against the government's economic policies. The Sudanese government has denied responsibility for the death, but protesters have called for an independent investigation. Libya. UN envoy calls for ceasefire. The UN envoy to Libya, Stephanie Williams, has called for a ceasefire in the country. Williams said that the ongoing violence is unacceptable, and that it is time for the parties to come together and agree on a political solution. Afghanistan. Taliban forces detain women's rights activists. Taliban forces in Afghanistan have detained several women's rights activists. The activists were detained on Saturday after they participated in a protest against the Taliban's restrictions on women's rights. The Taliban has not commented on the detentions. Pakistan. Police in Pakistan have arrested a man for blasphemy. The man, who has not been identified, was arrested on Sunday after he allegedly made derogatory remarks about the Prophet Muhammad. The man is facing charges of blasphemy, which is a capital offense in Pakistan. Malaysia. The Malaysian government has announced new measures to combat extremism. The measures include a ban on the use of hate speech and the establishment of a new task force to monitor extremism. The government has said that the measures are necessary to protect the country from the threat of terrorism. Thanks for watching Islamic News Hub.